The planes take to the air for a tactical problem in landing operation. Their duty first is reconnaissance flight to clear the way for the landing party, which is banked deep around the thwarts of the motor launchers. Theoretically, this portion of the beach has been subjected to shell fire from the fleet, while machine gun nests and troop traps are being cleared out by aerial bombardment. It is the traditional duty of the Marines to land a fighting force to consolidate the ground gained by the big guns. So running their boats ashore in the wash and tow of the combers, it's leathernecks ashore, with a bandolier of blank cartridges and a pocket full of Pacific Ocean. As the infantry unit comes ashore, it deploys and pushes forward over the ground cleared by the fleet guns and the planes. Protected by the advanced skirmishers, the artillery is brought ashore. 75mm Howitzers broken down so that they can be carried through the surf by hand. The entire operation is a cooperative movement of the aviation, infantry, and artillery units of the Fleet Marine Force. As the infantry pushes its attack forward in this mock battle, the accompanying field guns take up new positions to cover the advance. A hard-bitten devil dog army in miniature. It drives on with lightning thrusts, the most experienced body of fighting regulars in the world. The Signal Corps sets up posts to relay information from shore to ship, to send fire data to the Artillery Command, to coordinate the activity of the various arms. Here's the nerve center of the efficient attack, with all the accoutrements and equipment of modern warfare. The commander, scanning the terrain in advance of his troops, sees the screen of gas and smoke laid down by the retreating forces. But the infantry continues its relentless advance. It's more than a catchphrase, the statement that the Marines have landed and have the situation well in hand. Since 1918, the Marines have seen active service in several countries. They operated against bandit bands and revolutionists in the Dominican Republic until as late as 1924. They maintained order and trained the local troops and police in Haiti for more than 20 years until 1930. The Marines brought order out of chaos and kept the local peace in Nicaragua. There they performed acts of mercy during quakes and famine. They have maintained order and peace in all sections of the Caribbean and Central America. Theirs has been the task of preserving the ideals and fundamentals of the Monroe Doctrine. In 1922, the Marines of the Asiatic Fleet were sent as a battalion to China, and down to this day have performed grim and heroic service in the protection of American lives and property. The Marine Corps has seen more fighting in more places than the Army and Navy combined. And wherever they have gone, they have done their duty well, bringing honor and prestige to their country. Officered by practical, experienced fighting men, the Marines are capable of handling themselves under any conditions, for they'll fight in any clime and place that they can take a gun. The military unit of the Marine Corps is the squad, made up of 7 men and a corporal, as in the Army. For training purposes, particularly for the recruit, the squad offers the best school of close order drill. Each squad learns its functions as a unit and its duties as part of the platoon. The platoon is commanded by a commissioned officer, and is organized for utmost efficiency in combat as well as drill. The high point of the Marine's life in barracks is regimental inspection. Each uniform is neatly pressed. Each shoe glistens with its shine. The sun glints on polished rifling, and there's the slap of leather slings against rifle stocks as the men come to inspection arms. Pride in the condition of his equipment and his appearance makes the Marine the best turned-out soldier in the American service. As smart as any foreign regiment of guards or dragoons, with an esprit de corps surpassed by none. Americans look on with pardonable pride when the band swings into a martial air, counter-marching across the parade field. The Marines pass in review. Aship or ashore, the United States Marines are hemisphere-hopping devil dogs of the Leatherneck Legion. They were the staunchest fighters with John Paul Jones in the Revolution, when his bonhomme Richard engaged the Serapis in one of the bloodiest naval duels in history. With Stephen Decatur, they brought the bloody Barbary pirates to terms and backed up the immortal statement that thrills every American to the core. Millions for defense, but not 1 cent for tribute. In the face of withering fire, they stormed the heights of Chapultepec in the most spectacular battle of the Mexican War. The Marines took the leading role in Farragut's capture of New Orleans in the Civil War. First ashore in Cuba in the Spanish War, they stormed and captured the enemy fortifications at Guantanamo Bay, which is still a naval base in our possession. Their advance in the appalling Holocaust of Belleau Woods was one of the outstanding achievements of the World War. The Marines are prepared for duty on a moment's notice, with every kit, caisson, and cartridge in the Corps ready for action. They've marched with the Army and sailed with the Navy in every major war. They've borne the brunt of countless unsung battles to protect the lives and rights of their countrymen. In peace and in war, the Marines are a fighting corps with an honor record stretching from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, from Vladivostok to Veracruz, from the Caribbean to the China coast. First to fight, on ship, on shore, or in the sky, these are America's soldiers of the sea.